Welcome back to NYSE TV Live, everyone. The way people are viewing their favorite shows and video content has changed dramatically over the past few years, with more people cutting the cord and opting for streaming platforms and social media. Well, joining me now with more, Sean Cunningham. He's CEO of the Video Advertising Bureau, here joining us in studio after a key board meeting. Sean, it's great to have you at the Stock Exchange. And what are your takeaways as to where the industry stands in the wake of this meeting?
It's great to be here. What's interesting is, we were taking a look at, on behalf of all of our members, the multi-screen TV companies who invest about $100 billion in original content. We were taking a look at their next set of advertisers that they wish for. They've got, say, 4,800 enterprise level members in 47 product categories. But their future are smaller advertisers, digitally native advertisers, smaller DTCs. We were able to report on, for 2024, that completely, or 344 new advertisers to them in 57 categories, spending $1.5 billion. The interesting thing was the price of entry, in that the average spend was only $500,000. So you don't need enterprise level money to get all of the great effects that come out of national TV. The thing that was probably the most eye-opening that we took a look at is not only was there an immediate increase in their second investment in TV, so they came in with, say, $700,000 on average for the 344, they quickly bumped that up to $1.1 million on their next month based on results. We were able to track those results in going through and actually the recreation of Google search curves. And what we were able to tell was, what their search level activity was, say, the night before the campaign launched, and then where they were, say, 10 days later. What we saw uniformly at every brand that we analyzed, there was a 3 to 5-fold multiplier in Google search inside of 10 days. So something that had been a consistent level for these brands, say for the last 18 months prior, all of a sudden skyrocketed and went up 5-fold based on launching a television campaign.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What is the advocacy that you were doing for the industry in this environment?
Well, one of the things that we're onto, which has been really rewarding, is there were rumblings out of Washington about the idea of a quote-unquote ban on pharma TV advertising. Now, pharma is an incredibly important segment. It's a $7 billion advertising segment to the sell side. To the buy side, it's an incredibly important, prestigious set of accounts, right, that they do a lot of advertising for. And we believe that the ban was based on the idea that there was either an excessive amount or that the advertising were things that were esoteric, wrinkles, ED, some weight loss, that type of thing. We were able, through analytics in terms of our advocacy, to go in and realize that for the $7 billion that's spent, 55% of it was against 20 diseases. Of those 20 diseases, 8 of them were among the leading causes of death in the country. So we were talking about a lot of spending, some brands spending as much of $500 million, but against invasive diseases that people are dying from, things like cancer. The thing that we did there as well, which was interesting, we analyzed the last 59 launches. And what happens is, after FDA approval, this is about a 23-month lag where the company will exhaust all of the social and all the digital that it can, and then it will launch a sophisticated television advertising campaign. And using the similar tool, going in and taking a look at search, what we realized was there was a large group of previously unmotivated sufferers, people who in those first 2 years either didn't get the message or weren't motivated by the message. And what you saw was immediate 3-fold, 5-fold increase again in search, in inbound traffic. So the role that for serious and invasive diseases that television plays in getting a mass at scale of previously unmotivated sufferers to seek remedy, to call their doctor, to ask for a prescription by name, that's one of the more rewarding things that we've been doing, and it's been very interesting. Interesting.
Now, where do you see the industry heading, Sean?
I think one of the key things to keep an eye on is shoppable. And that is exactly what it sounds like. It's the ability to, on your television screen, to order something. And where we are right now is it actually has gone mainstream. There are 77 some odd million individuals who have used shoppable on TV. Obviously, it's got to be CTV, internet, TV. And so what you see there, though, is, we've got, 67% of people say they would like to save something, and come back and take a look at it again and continue shopping. So carting, if you will. There's another 70% who are saying, look, I will use a QR code, I'll fulfill versus the QR code. And so we're starting to see masses of people who are ready to interact, whether it's with a pause ad, whether it's with a checkout ad, whether it's with a QR code. And this year, advertisers are catching up. For those who are interested in it, fully 38% of all US advertisers are saying they're very interested in scaling up their efforts in shoppable. So
Wow.
commerce right off the screen.
Yeah. Sean, you'll have to keep us posted, of course, as you see all of the latest trends unfold. That's Sean Cunningham. He's the CEO of the Video Advertising Bureau. Thank you.
Thank you.